Boys, first off, I just want to say if you're watching this, I fucking love you. Second, I'm having a great fucking day. I don't know if you can tell. Nothing went wrong today, really, for the most part. Went to work. I'm home. I'm filming a video for the boys. Editing 2 bangers today. It's a fucking banger. It's a banger day. So basically, I just want to say right now, if you're watching this video, after you watch this video, get up and go fucking inspire somebody. Yeah. Get up, go inspire somebody, go fucking work hard, go to the gym, eat your fucking food, go to work, go to school, do what you gotta do, and that's that. Wake up, do what you gotta do, and be better than yesterday. It's that simple. Inspire somebody. Don't watch other people inspire people. You go inspire somebody. How do you do that? I have no fucking idea. You just fucking do it. Whatever your niche is, whatever you do in life, inspire somebody. Be so good that it inspires somebody to do it too. It's that simple. But basically what I'm trying to say is I'm just trying to give you guys some raw motivation from the heart. If you're watching this and you think it's corny, fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. I don't really give a fuck. I gotta be honest with you. Because I know at the end of the day that this video is gonna target the right people, and that's that. So with that being said, boys, wake up every day, because you know, not a lot of people get to wake up. Obviously, not everybody gets to wake up every day. Not everybody gets to wake up with the same opportunity as you. Some people may wake up, but you know, they don't have all of their limbs, whatever the case is. So take advantage of your opportunity that God has given you. Go out there and fucking make the most of it. Just do your due diligence. That's it. But with that being said, today's video is gonna be a banger. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. I know I don't get too personal with you guys, but you know, you guys are a part of my family as well. And I was getting a few people, or a good amount of people, DMing me on Instagram or commenting, asking about a story time on my leg. I hope this kind of gives you guys some insight, and I think it'd be pretty cool for you guys to learn a little bit more about me and you know, my journey, because I feel like right now a lot of people are just seeing what's going on now. Like, no, this was never the case. Obviously, I'm thankful and grateful, and I give all my glory to God, because He's the reason why I'm standing here doing this right now. But yeah, so today's gonna be a story time. I'm back, boys. I just had to confirm. So yeah. Picture of me right there, going in for I think it was my 2nd or 3rd surgery, I don't know. But yeah, it was December 30th, 2022. It was my dad's birthday. It was in the middle of the night, so you know, regular day. You know, I was just like, you know, any one of you guys watching this, I still am a kid. I was out with my best friend, Josh. I was out with my boy Josh, and we were with 2 other guys that were pretty close with each other, but we had all been hanging out for a while. We were all pretty cool, and it was just a normal weekend. We were out. I was not driving the vehicle. I will not be saying any names except for Josh. You guys will understand why later. But yeah, I was out. We were out, regular weekend. We went out to play some pool, right? Chill, very chill weekend. I said that 14 times already, but so we went out and play. Everything's good. It's a normal night. I had dinner with my parents beforehand, and my niece and nephew, and Josh as well. But yeah, they picked us up. We went out to play pool, and then after that, we were gonna go grab some IHOP. And we were arguing about who gets the front seat. You know, stupid shit that kids do. And of course, I took the front seat, and we're driving. Again, this is like 2 o'clock in the morning probably, and I may have forgot some details, something like that, because I was really fucked up after the fact. But yeah, so December 30th, 2022, out with my friends, went to play pool. Now we're going to IHOP. We're about 30 minutes away from home, and I'm in the front seat. We're driving, blasting music like always, and it was one of those scenarios where, you know, nobody wanted to be the fag or the pussy or the bitch and tell, you know, the driver to slow down. We were going well over 100 miles an hour, and we were in an SUV. It was 4 of us, pretty packed. We were all pretty big guys, and I don't know if you guys have in your town. It's really not supposed to be happening, but the sprinklers at night, in the middle of the night, they'll go on to spray, you know, the trees and all that shit. they were spraying on the road, and they weren't rotating whatsoever. The head of the swivel, it was not working. And it's honestly common here on our home, like one of our hometown streets, very popular street. It's pretty common, unfortunately, but you know, we're going well over 100 miles an hour. He's doing stupid shit, and nobody wanted to say anything. Biggest regret, biggest mistake of my life. I'll never forget that day, of course. Blast some music. And what I really should have said was, you know, stop the fucking car, I'm getting out. But I didn't. And, you know, things happen, and you live and you learn, and that's that. That's the past. But yeah, so we're going well over 100 miles an hour. We drive over one of those puddles, right? So the sprinkler was not moving on its axis. So now it's spraying in one line, which is creating a puddle. And so we're going pretty fast, and I'm not really going to go into detail about this, but push comes to shove, and we're now hydroplaning, and we're going all over the road. It's like a 4 or 5 lane road. We're going all over the road. He couldn't catch it, and we're going into the median now. And on the median, there's just straight, like, big-ass palm trees. And, you know, I passed out on impact. Thank God I was the only one that was injured. But I'll pop some pictures up right here of the incident, like right at the crash site, and then I'll pop some pictures up of what happened to my leg right here. Viewer discretion is advised. That will be in the title. But, yeah. I passed out on impact. We hit 2 trees. Well, I got hit by 2 trees. So basically, the first tree that we hit, it hit my door, and then the car spun, and we ended up on the other side of the road, and I got hit by another tree. Coincidentally, I don't know how, but I don't question God's work. Not to say that in the fucked up way, but so I wake up and everybody's asking me, you know, I'm still in the car, and now the dashboard, so I'm sitting here facing the dashboard, and it's sitting on top of me. So I can't even see pretty much below my hip at all. And I can't feel anything below my hip. I thought I was fucking paralyzed from the hip down. I couldn't feel absolutely anything. Also, I mean, obviously, you know, I had a lot of adrenaline running in me and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I knew that we were going to crash. I knew that he wasn't going to be able to catch it. So I kind of just braced for impact and, you know, grabbed it and hoped for the best. And clearly God was listening. God was watching that night, because I'm still standing here. But yeah, I wake up and everybody in the car is asking me, you know, are you all right? Whatever. They get out. They had to kind of pull me from up top. Thankfully, at the time, I was only about 200 pounds. I was at the peak, you know, like I was at the peak of, it was peak life for me. I was hanging out with my best buds at the time. I was going crazy in the gym. I was making a shitload of progress. I was making content in the gym. I know a lot of you guys don't know this because you guys don't know me from who I am, really. You kind of know me from Manic Duo, but I've been making content, not on YouTube, but on social media for the most part, for probably 3 years now. So like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by a dead battery. You know, I can't see from the hip down. The dashboard's on top of me, so they're trying to, I don't remember if my window was down or not, or I don't remember if the door worked. Like if we could open the door or not, I don't remember, but I know that they had to kind of pull me up from, you know, like my armpit area, because, you know, obviously the shit was on top of from my hip down, so I couldn't really just get out of the car. But I get out, and, you know, like those moments right there were probably some of the craziest, like the thoughts, you know, like the moods, like just the entire, everything inside my body and in my brain was going up, down, up, down, up, down. I had pants on, so thankfully I couldn't really see my leg, but I could see the shape of it, and I could see all of the blood that was just gushing out of the bottom of my leg. I'm gonna put some pictures up here of, you know, of the stuff, but yeah, I mean, my leg was completely mangled from my hip down. Thankfully, it was nothing else. Nobody else was injured, but, you know, I'm hearing debris flying everywhere, people driving by. I was sitting on one of the trees that we completely knocked over the tree. So like the tree, I guess now that I think about it, like, it's crazy. I hit the tree and we kept going, and I took it down with me, I guess. But I'm sitting on that, like we're outside of the car. I mean, I'm just like my leg has its own fucking heartbeat. Now I can kind of feel it because I can see it. And like I'm just sitting there like thinking about like everything like what just happened really, and like I'm panicking, and then I'm not panicking, and then I'm just sitting there thinking like God's got me, like I'm still here, like, and then for a second I thought I was dying because I was losing so much blood, which honestly ended up being pretty bad. But yeah, my buddy Josh is on the phone with my parents. He's away, and then he's coming back, and he's crying. He can't even really look at me. And I wanted him to ride with me in the ambulance, but unfortunately they weren't allowing anybody to ride with me. So I get in the ambulance, they shoot me up with morphine, and I didn't feel anything. Obviously I was high as hell, but then I get to the hospital, and it's kind of like I don't know, it's very sensitive video for me to make, but I get to the hospital and I wake up, and I'm just like I'm in like a bed on wheels, and I'm just looking up, and I see like the people are running my cart to a room. And the first time I saw my parents, it's crazy because like the first time I woke up and I saw my parents and my brother and then Josh, and like it was just crazy because like I could see them, but I remember my eyes being closed. Like I don't remember like being like this, like how I am right now, looking at the camera, like very conscious. Like I was very unconscious. And, everybody's just crying, and I still don't really know how bad it is. So then I go into immediate surgery. So I haven't even like really woke up from all of this. I haven't even really like gotten caught up on anything. Like I still have no idea really what the fuck's going on. I know I was in an accident. So I wake up from the first surgery. I had 3 surgeries, I want to say. Wake up from the first one, and I've got a halo in my leg. I will place a picture of that right here. And I wake up and I'm talking to my parents, and I was in the hospital for probably, I think it was a month, and through that time, like, to give you guys a rundown, I broke my femur, which is your thigh bone. All 3 were clean breaks. I broke my femur, I broke my fibia, my tibia, but when my fibia and tibia broke, so they snapped and blew out of my skin. So it completely opened up my leg, and you guys will see that picture. And they thought that because the scar was such a weird shape, and because of how wide it opened on my leg and the position that it was in on my leg, that they were gonna have to cut skin off my ass cheeks to close it up. Yes, you heard that right. They do that. They cut excess skin off of a place on your body, and they use that to close up. Sometimes I guess they use that to close up a wound. So then I think the second and third surgery was the rods. So I have a rod going from basically my hip down to my kneecap, and then another rod going from my kneecap down to the rest of my leg. So that's why, like, I mean, listen, I don't really like to use that as an excuse, but squatting is really hard for me. Even though structurally there's nothing wrong with my leg anymore. It was a really big injury, and I still haven't really fully recovered from it. I get pain every day, damn near. So yeah, squatting is really hard for me, and it's definitely my weakest lift, unfortunately. But that's why I don't post a lot of squat videos. I don't do a lot of leg day videos, because it's I embrace it. I don't really give a fuck about what anybody thinks. I don't, because at the end of the day, anybody that's watching this that could think it's corny or whatever the fuck, bro, I guarantee you do not have the balls, you do not have the grit, you do not have anything that I have to be able to get through what I did and get to where I'm at as quick as I did. I'm not saying that in a cocky way, but on the grand scheme of things, I can be a little bit cocky. I was in a deep, dark place, a fucking hole. Nobody knows what the fuck that shit feels like unless you've gone through it. And even so, like, the place that I was in life in general before this happened was really another reason why it was so hard for me. I completely lost everything. I lost my job. I lost damn near my leg. I lost all the progress I made in the gym. I started from square one, even worse than square one, pretty much. Lost all my strength. I lost every ounce of muscle I had in my body. I was deprived. I hadn't eaten in weeks. And because of all the shit that I was on that the hospital was giving me, my body didn't want to eat. I couldn't eat because I was still trying to stomach the fact of what just happened. During that time, seeing people walk in and out of there you guys may take this the wrong way, but I was jealous of seeing people walk in and out, like begging God to give me the opportunity to do that again. I mean, there was times where I was sitting there talking to my dad, legit asking him, like dead ass asking my dad if I would ever be able to get up without being dizzy again. And he would laugh at me. And, now looking back on it, it was funny because, of course I will. But yeah, I mean, I had to teach myself how to walk again. I had to teach myself how to, and still to this day, I catch myself doing things like bending down or something like that. And I do it so awkwardly because I forgot how secondhand that was for me before. And I forgot how to do certain things. I lost literally everything in that span of, 5 to 6 months. I didn't shower for months. I couldn't walk without a walker for months. I had to strategically plan out where I was going to go and what I was going to do when I got up from somewhere. It really does take a toll on you mentally. And that is why, I feel that God rebirthed me in that car that night. Obviously, I don't know who's going to be watching this, but my biggest thanks, obviously, besides God, is everybody that came to visit me in that hospital. I want to give the biggest thank you to, obviously, my parents and Josh. A lot of you guys don't know. You guys have seen Josh in the past Manic Duo videos, but, I mean, this kid literally was there every single day that I was in the hospital and then some. He brought me food. This motherfucker was adjusting my legs in bed. He was spending the night at my house to help take care of me. There's literally nothing else that anybody that can do to replace what Josh did for me, and I would have did it for him in a fucking heartbeat, and I still will till the day I die. But yeah, that right there was, you want to talk about a true best friend. You want to talk about a stand-up man, and that's the first guy I think of. Every single day, got out of work, came to the hospital. You hungry? Brought me food. He gave my parents relief, because him coming, my parents can go out and get some fresh air. Obviously, thank you to my parents, of course. It goes without saying. My mom spending nights with me, even though she probably felt worse mentally than I did. My dad showing up, making me laugh, pissing his pants in the fucking hospital room. But, obviously, all my family, my brothers showing up, making me feel better. They're honestly, without them and without God, I wouldn't be anywhere. I wouldn't have made it through that at all. But there's times where nobody's gonna do it for me. You got to dig deep. I lost everything, and I came out on top. I came out better than I've ever been in life. I'm 10 times stronger than I was before. I'm 10 times bigger. I got a great job, a great career, thanks to some of my other family. And I just took the risk. It was kind of a wake-up call, but it was also kind of a humbling experience. When you find yourself in a hole like that, there's times at night where it creeps up on you and you feel like there's just no way out of it. Like you are fucking trapped. It took me to some really dark fucking places. I've never watched every single Rocky in a row. It literally ripped me apart of everything that I had. And, that's why, and again, I don't care about what anybody thinks about me, about anything, the clothes that I wear, the way I act, me yelling in the gym or, whatever the fuck. You guys don't know, I'm not saying you guys, but those people, or if there's anybody out there thinking like that, you really should stop, because you don't know where somebody's come from. You don't know where the fuck I came from. You don't know what it took out of me to get to the place I'm at now. And that's why I could give two flying fucks about what you think. I don't care if somebody's fucking stronger than me, if somebody's bigger than me, if somebody's got this, if somebody's got that. I know where I came from, and I know what I had 2 years ago, and I know like regard, like it's really hard to explain. It's hard to put in words, but you know, like it wasn't even more so like the injury. I mean, obviously the injury was the biggest part, and it's all built around that, but it was the fact of where I got put, the position I was in, and you know, the time frame of when it happened. You know, now every year, you know, that my dad's birthday, every year on his birthday, he's got to remember, like, you know, my son almost died tonight. But nobody understands the gravity and the weight that this put on me, you know. And at the time, I'm only 18 years old, but you know, it'll really transform you into a man, and it'll show you what it takes to get to somewhere that you want to be, you know, like. And so I'll never forget it. I was really in doubt. I was really fucked up one day mentally.
And do it for yourself, not for anybody else. Do it for yourself.
He kind of snapped me
at
out
the end
of
of
it,
the day,
and he
once
told
you do
me,
it,
you know, like,
now you can
did
say,
it once, so you can do it again, and this
Mom,
time it's
Dad,
going to be even
look
better.
what you did.
Look
at
what you
really
kind of
look at,
showed
look
me
at, I
that,
did it for
like,
you.
You know, he's
That's
right.
what you could
Like,
say.
I'm going to do it. Whatever the fuck it is. I was able to do it once, and now it means so much more to me to do it this time, and I did it. And I think about that text all the time. You know, anytime I'm lifting or anything like that, I do. And you know, like, with that being said, like, you know, but I wanted to share the story with you guys so that, you know, I feel like it was important for me to get a little bit more personal with you guys, and I feel like it's definitely it's probably 70% of what made me who I am now and why I'm doing this. So I figured it was, you know, it was, number one, a good story. Number two, I know I miss a lot of details, but I'm kind of doing this off the top of my head. And if you guys had any more questions about it, feel free to comment. Feel free to DM me. I answer. But yeah, I feel like it was a good story to share, and I wanted you guys to get more in depth with who I am and, you know, kind of my story. And that's just kind of part of it. But yeah, being said, like, you know, when you want something as bad as you want to breathe, and you want something so bad that you become obsessed with it, and nothing can get in your way, and you don't think about anything else, you're not gonna let that fucking stop you. So get the fuck up, go fucking do something about whatever situation you're in, and if you're not, then keep fucking grinding. And God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. Fucking put your blood, when you put more than blood, sweat, and tears into something, it means the most to you. So when you get put in a position to where you have two options, either dig yourself a hole and cry like a little bitch, or get up and go fucking do something about it, that will really show you who the fuck you are. Put in a situation, you can either cry yourself a fucking river and look for a pity party, or get up, get put in a position where you've been ripped of everything and you have to start from square one. That is when you become a fucking man. When you've been put in a position to where everybody thinks, oh, it's over, you know, this and the third. When you think in your head that it's over, when you're doubting yourself, that's God telling you to switch your fucking brain. That's digging deep in you to see what you're made of, what you're built out of, how much grit you got. That's you needing to switch your fucking mindset. Okay, I can fucking do this. I'm the toughest motherfucker this gym's ever seen. I'm the toughest motherfucker this planet's ever seen. When this hospital sees me in 2 years, they're gonna shit themselves.